Oh, great.
I didn't really know what to say as a response to it. Yeah, all right.
From Are You Gonna Live? I mean, most of the time, my answer is probably going to be, yeah, all right.
I'll go for another round.
Yeah, that still
Seems like
doesn't feel like the right answer to the question.
Just don't think about it too hard,
answer.
that's all.
No, that's my problem. I'm thinking about it, Joe.
Mm. Here's your first, second, and third mistake.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Thanks for everyone joining us ahead of the live stream. Jump ahead roughly about 15 minutes to get to the Spyderco Asenza and Pits 2. First impressions and review.
It's the
Yeah.
pits.
Eh, is it?
Ain't it?
I mean, they didn't name it the Pits also. Should they have, though?
Indeed. I feel like they should have actually. That would have been a funnier name. I'm here for that nonsense.
Infinite, rough nap.
Oh,
You gotta have
jeez, you too.
you gotta have the right amount of nap.
Did we all nap today? Are we all old?
I didn't nap today.
Yeah, I wish, dude. Like,
I should have napped today, but I didn't.
I didn't mean to, but I was out for
there
50,
was
15, 20 minutes. I was like, shit, I have stuff to do.
at least twice that I should have been on the couch out like a light, and instead I was doing things
My condolences.
like adults.
Oh, right. That was yesterday you had your nap, Paul.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
I took a nap yesterday from like 6:45 when I got home from work until somewhere after 11:30, but before midnight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That kind of counts, I guess.
Yeah, it's a nap that it was hiding behind a doorway with a baseball bat in its hand, just waiting for me to show up. And
Dude, I used to have those when I was younger, like even like in high school, and I would be just fucking pissed, livid that I wasted
I
that much time asleep.
I cannot take a 15-minute nap. It sucks.
Yeah.
It's always the allure of a 15-minute nap, but it never happens.
Uh,
Also,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. I was gonna say also 2 weeks in a row. What's up, Jacob? What you carrying?
He's also here 2 weeks in a row, but that's
Indeed.
only because we kind of are the ones that are in control of that. So he might have been here 3 weeks in a row, and then it was just kind of a letdown for a couple minutes. Yeah, those assholes.
Yeah.
And left again.
Well, and you always gotta wait at least till like 20 after to be like, they might still be here.
Yeah, those dicks aren't showing up this week. All right. Anyway, who's carrying what? Let's see.
Well, I mean, I can start off because I'm carrying the same thing that I was last week.
Sure. Nice and easy.
Yeah. I'm carrying an Acadia from Rock Creek.
Yeah, you are.
Because it's purdy. And I wanted to get a photo of the pearlies, the blues.
Mm-hmm.
And you can almost see the pinks there.
You can kind of see it in the top right corner of that inlay. That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Taking pictures of pearls hard to do, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not great.
Nope.
I mean, you're just looking up at the sky from the bottom of the pool in that. That's all.
Indeed. Also, pay no attention to the random bit of like bleh on the liner. I don't know what that was, but it's not there now, so. Yeah.
I mean,
it will be forever known as Blet.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's all right. It's all right.
He has your Blet knife.
Yeah. Vlad the in bullet.
No.
That's fine. It's probably for the best.
Well, I am also carrying a Rock Creek with some pearl inlay today. Saying that I didn't go too far from home, I actually managed to get an okay photo. of this silly little thing?
Um,
Yeah. It's not the Tortuga. It's the No, Sitka. Yeah, right? There's the Sika and the Sitka.
yeah, there's both. Stay on top of it, man.
Yeah, one's one, the other's the other. Uh,
But which
yeah.
one's this?
Well, this. You know what? You're gonna make me look it up.
It's a Sitka because the Sika is my fixed bladed knife that's sitting back there. It's sitting there.
Yeah, Sitka. So yeah, it's a fun little knife with a hand rub finish and some wood and some liners and some bolstery doos.
The old bolstery do. I
And
understand.
difficult to photograph the color, like you were saying. That mother of pearl is really hard to show.
In the
Trixie?
pins.
Yeah,
It's a tricksy hobbit.
just a little bit. So
You
subtle.
can see a little bit of blue halo.
Yeah. And for whatever reason, my camera was having a hell of a time focusing on it. It got the wood decent, got the engraving here. Yeah, I don't know. Fun knife. I like it a lot more than I thought it was going to, and I thought I was really going to enjoy it. This is the second, and I know it's from the same company, but like the second like Sheilin cutter styled knife that I've picked up, and I really love this profile. This is fantastic. This is great. I want more now.
You're going to be designing a Sheilin folder of some sort in the near future.
I may have already got some sketches on the
Can you
go.
do it with a friction? Can you do it with a friction folder?
Yeah, there's one drawn up with an extended tang that loops a little bit more. I think I might be brave and attempt a backlock, but yeah, I
Can
don't
you
know.
make it into a marlin spike so your friction folder also doubles when it's closed and then a slip pouch for the belt?
Yeah.
You're welcome. No thanks
Horizontal
for that
count.
one. That one's on me.
Well,
I'll
thank
see
you.
you after you make it.
Excellent. No,
Well, tip of the hat.
I don't know how stabby I'm gonna make it, but
Ben, what up? What you carrying?
look at the curve. Of
I'm
the
not
handle,
carrying
too.
a Rock Creek.
It's weird.
No.
No? What are you carrying today?
No, but funnily enough, or funnily,
I was gonna say enough funnels.
Funnel?
How many?
how many?
How much
funnels?
funnel is
Yeah.
enough?
Carrying a traditional at the very least. So
you go.
fitting the theme.
Nice.
But it was the weekend and we were doing
Ah.
weekend things. So I carried the weekender, you see,
As you do.
as one does when it's the weekend.
Very nice.
And not just any weekender, but the burgundy with the S90s.
The correct weekender. Let's be honest here.
As you're popping caps and grilling burgers, you know?
Yeah. It
So,
does pop a good cap.
I think I've only popped 2 or 3. These are twist offs, so.
That's fair. But it does a good job. The angle that it sits at from the handle gives you good leverage.
It does a terrible job at twist offs, though. It's you
I can see
cannot
that.
pop those at all. Like it's
You just rip the cap apart.
Oh, it's just like raccoon into a garbage bag. It's
That paints a particular mental image for sure. Yeah. I've seen the carnage.
But anyway, yeah. Oh, and on that note, Parmesan chicken burgers. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
the sizzle, the sizzle that it has.
So is this? Did you do a chicken burger, and then marinara and cheese? How is this a?
No. There's actually Parmesan mixed throughout this chicken burger.
Cool.
Through the patty. Wow.
Fresh.
That's pretty
All right.
okay.
So
right.
as you cook, it's sizzled and crusts with crusty cheeses of Parmesans.
Acceptable.
Wow. That sounds okay.
I like to do that for
it's not
my meatballs.
actually chicken. There's no marinara sauce. There's no pasta. I put this on a burger and I
but
that. Yeah,
chicken parm is a dish, so I was making sure it wasn't that. It was something else.
it is.
That's all.
And these are called the chicken Parmageddon burgers.
There you go.
Armageddon.
So
Oh,
Yeah.
It's delicious.
physically painful to hear is what that was.
They know me, sir, and they know the marketing they need to be like, yeah, I'm in. I'll try that. And we've tried a couple different flavors, and this still is the one that's taken the cake for the burger aspect of it.
That's fair.
Kind of would want to try making my own patties with different types of cheese just to see what
Oh,
turns
dude.
out.
Like I was saying, I make my meatballs like this when I'm doing like marinara, doing
Mhm.
sauce. It's the tits.
I
And for
believe
the
it.
record, I will also eat grilled chicken parm.
Yeah, it sounds delicious.
Still not gay.
No,
I will suck on a noodle from time to time to get to that chicken parm even. Still not gay.
as long as it's not Alfredo, it's fine.
No, that's
That's
no
one
longer
step too
chicken
far.
parm, sir. All right.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah.
That almost
So
gets
funny
us there.
enough, no Spydercos in our carry for the week.
Yeah, why would we bother doing that? Big
I
top.
could carry a techno that was really, really similar to a Pitts too.
Mm,
But I know Joe just got a picture of that for size comparison. He did
I did. I didn't even think about it. No,
it.
not even a little bit.
That's how we get you.
I got some
I'll
other
just have
size
to show you
comparisons.
now.
I got some silly size comparisons.
The most important size comparison, I'm pretty sure, happened, right?
Yeah, in fact, I'm looking at it now.
Dragonfly?
And so should
Yeah.
all of you.
Yeah.
The most
Yeah.
consistent comparison we have.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. It's bigger than a dragonfly.
Yeah, shocker.
Now you know.
I know that we all know this, but just to say it out loud, I do like using the Dragonfly specifically for this because for most people with medium to large size hands, it's a 4-finger grip. You know where your fingers are going to land on that knife. It's really easy to size other stuff. Super consistent. I like it. I like it a lot.
I like my dragonfly.
Yeah, dragonflies are great.
It's
Yeah.
all right.
I'll
It's all
cave.
right a lot.
I'll own one day.
So yeah, good old size comparison. Which one do we want to kind of dabble into?
Ground fog, what is up? I agree with what you are saying in chat.
It's true. It's true.
Freeloaders. Jesus.
Bunch of freeloaders
Look,
just
I wasn't
hanging
gonna say
around
it.
for 5 years waiting for a free bug out. I tell you.
Yeah.
It's just. And then the worst part is you like it.
Oh, yeah. Making you reconsider shit. Uh-oh.
I think that was the worst part for several of our viewers is they're like, "Ah, son of a bitch. Ah, son of a bitch, I like it."
Oh, I'm getting called out for not reading out what everyone's carrying. So let's go back. What do we got here? Jacob's carrying a Spyderco Tough and a Midnight Jack.
Nice.
Ben's carrying.
Wait. Crewwear or 3V? Tough. That's what I want to know. Which one? 3V or crewwear? Yeah. Anyway, continue on.
Yeah. Ben is carrying his QSP Harpy S35, Carbon Ferber, and G10.
Oh, he's making me screw it up now.
Which part?
Carbon Fuber.
No, absolutely. We've set that precedent.
Carbon. He spelled it carbon, but with B-U-N.
Carbon.
Made me forget how to.
It's like the Co-Bun, but it's all carbon fiber. All of it.
It's like a Kobun, but it's a car.
That's...
But it's also a bun. Delicious. It's a
Oh,
bun
you
can
only
drive
have
to
one
work.
job to do. Apparently, the rest of your input on this episode's not relevant. Your job is to just spout out what people are carrying.
Well, I kinda, yeah. I mean, that's fair.
Everyone's got a job to do, I guess.
Yeah.
It's this and thanking the bots on Instagram. That's what I do here.
Joe gives relevant information. I give irrelevant information.
And specs.
And, Yeah, specs.
That's
Those are
true.
the one thing I do relevantly to
There you
counterbalance
go.
everything else that comes out of my mouth. It's
Hey, I also set timers from time to time.
Yeah, this is true.
when people are talking about things coming out of their mouth.
Well, it's better than the alternative, really.
Not talking about the things going into people's mouths.
Yeah, it's preferred.
So, are we going with the Italian-made one or the Italian-made one?
Fuck it. Let's do the Italian one for once.
Yeah, I thought you might lean towards one of the Italian-made ones.
Well, options being what they are. Oh, that's the clippy one. Where'd it go? There, man. There,
Where's
man.
your coin, Paul? Which one are we reviewing first? Which one does?
Oh, I got a coin. I got a coin.
Get them all
The
excited.
problem is it's in a case, so it's gonna be jangly. Heads or tails? What do we want? Heads is what? Pits is heads. Essenza is tails.
Sure.
Okay.
That's heads.
Pits.
All right.
This is the
Pitsy.
pits. This is the pits too. Speaking of
I like the
specs.
Pits one, but not as good.
Oh, okay.
The slippy, so I
No,
can
some
leave.
specs for you. You say overall 6.5 inches, 6.45. Blade thickness 3 mils thick. Blade length is 2.75 with only a 2.56 inch cutting length. M398s. All right, you got that one as a win. 3.1 ounces with a full flat grind, made in Italy. Oh, by the way, it's a slippy, double D10C,
Mm-hmm.
not to be confused with the other pits. It was also a double D10T. Kinda.
It was also a slip it.
It was a slip.
Yeah.
I very rarely refer to the Spyderco slip joint knives as slip its, but
Yeah, but how often
And yet,
do we
here we
refer
are.
to them as clippets either? Like, that's nonsense. Come on.
look,
we-
slip it
can we
is
not?
well. I would prefer if I had to choose one, slip it over clip it. For names, not for
And
the objects.
that also means that the fixed blades must be flippets. Like,
But they
that's
don't
the
flip. But they don't flip.
There's no, well,
They're
I've got
flipless.
throwing knives. I've got the Spyderco throwers that were a short standing run and haven't broken one yet.
Sal lied to me.
I'll
Oh,
flip it real good.
Directly to you?
I bet you the nightstick flips good.
Oh, I bet.
yeah. Toss it once and catch it right in the palm. I'm sure.
I bet you the Respect Bowie flips good if anyone could ever get one.
Let alone 3 for a set.
It's fine. It's fine.
Wishful thinking there.
Availability doesn't seem to be a huge issue for this knife.
That's a nice way to put it.
Well, so a lot of people are kind of confused as to, hey, why the hell, non-locking knife? What the fuck? Spyderco does like to service international markets where non-locking knives are going to be a necessity. A lot of places like the UK can't have a locking knife.
Servicing international markets really sounds like they're being trafficked.
Don't worry about it.
Stuff's
getting stuffed into mail, and then it's being mailed to other places. All right, it's
our service
with a smile
to you.
No one's smiling.
No.
No, there's no smiling allowed in this job.
No smiling in this dojo.
So Pits 2.
Yeah.
How do we feel?
It's a knife.
So
yeah.
ambidextrous clip. That's a win.
Deep carry, which for Spyderco is kind of rare. Also,
and actually, this reach around milled clip, I don't hate. I wouldn't see that, or wouldn't mind seeing that on more alternatives compared to like the spoon.
Do we
on TI
stamped clip? I'll say, but yes.
I was gonna say. I don't remember no millies.
Yeah, no, you're right. It is still, but with this wraparound and with the stonewash that kind of matches the TI, when you do things like put really gross clips on really nice titanium handles, like a swayback,
Go on.
you wreck it.
Yeah.
You wreck it.
And then you make me have to go and buy a $45 aftermarket clip.
That
Yeah.
makes it still subpar.
Hey.
Yeesh.
You know what I should
I'm
do
not
with that
saying
thing?
that this is necessarily a better option, but if you had to come out with this one on some of your models right off the hop, you probably wouldn't have as many people converting.
Do you think a swayback would fit in that without a clip on it?
Probably not.
I bet you I can make it.
Yeah.
I think you might prefer my answer on that one, Paul.
We're gonna fiddle around with it a little bit, I
So
think.
I read the specs, so everything else, like I said, everything else out of my mouth.
Of course, of course. I'm not entirely sure which factory is making this, but I'm thinking it might be the same one who's doing the Essenza, only because the pocket clips are so similar to each other. And I know we're not on the Essenza yet, but
Well, the Essenza's Fox, right?
yeah. So I thought, because usually it's a question. It's like, okay, is it line steel? Is it like they don't often say, unless they really do. Like the Techno 3 says it right on the back. The Spy Nano says it on it. So I'm just purely going off the clip, because if they're making those clips in house, okay, I think it might make sense that this is made by Fox.
Yeah.
Fox
Yeah,
also
yeah.
does some weird stuff from time to time. So
The only thing I will say on that is that Line Steel also does this style of clip. So there is a chance.
that's fair, yeah.
But they are very similar.
Under that pretense there, Joe, if this is made in the Fox factory, is that to be under the assumption that the other double detent, the NAND, is also being made in the Fox factory?
Possibly.
With M398 and a double detent?
Quite possibly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I have not found enough information about that one online, but I would like to look into that more.
Well, leads me to believe that maybe double detents with M398 might be all coming from the same place, which would make sense, right? So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we haven't really talked yet about what makes this thing a double detent. So this is a very weird knife. The center section that the pivot actually is screwed through, that flexes up and down relative to the rest of the position of the handle to allow the blade to slip into or out of a detent position. So it works effectively like a regular slip joint with a regular back spring, that is. But yeah, the mechanism itself, the way it actually happens, is very weird.
Is the shape of the hole like oblong to facilitate that, or like how does that work?
No, it is actually, and I don't know how. I didn't look at the photos all that closely. I probably should have. I had a picture here with it partially flexed. Yeah, that one was in my hand. I should have taken one with it out. But anyway, here's the shot in hand. It's hard. It's hard to tell, but it is actually canted over slightly to the left of this photo. And then when it's in the open or closed position, it's completely centered.
So it almost like it's the stop pin on the back that it's humping over as far as it working to detent.
Yeah, and it's a
So it's the shape
super
of
slight shift.
You hump over that stop pin.
It's the shape back in here that's actually different.
Okay. And then when it's closed, it humps into that stop pin, obviously. So it humps in and it humps out.
It's just doing
hump
the old Humpty Hump. Does it have a half stop? I can't remember.
No, it's
no, there's no half hump.
It's smooth all the way open and closed. But
well, I guess that's a restart. That's
it was like at least 15 seconds ago. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I will say though, the action is tight, like oppressively tight. Like you're not gonna partially open this knife, shake it open nonsense. You're not gonna be shaking it from the closed position.
Knowing now that it's just humping its way past that stop pin the whole time.
Yeah.
it means that the tension is against the pivot, like titanium spring bar, and the stop pin the whole time.
Yep.
You're opening and closing that.
Tensions are rising.
Yeah. Well, no, they're already risen, dude. They're at the peak rise.
This is heavily contrasting the original Pits, which was I'm not going to call it an integral spring. It was basically the Klecker lock that CRKT used, where the body of the frame actually flexes into and out of position. The major difference being obviously the Pits is a slip joint. This is a locking knife, but
again, just humping its way.
Yeah.
Its way. Yeah.
Pros and cons. The original Pits, you'd be able to, I suppose, have the blade's lockout be slightly reinforced by your grip on the spine. This is super minor, but I could see that being true. In this case, you do have a finger choil-ish area. Let's see, at the base of the open blade for your finger to rest on. It's okay. It worked. Pushing the blade closed on my hand just to see how much tension it would, like how much force it would actually take while holding it. You'd have to be seriously messing up something else in order for that to happen. It felt relatively safe.
Well,
Indeed.
I mean, unless I was just like all of a sudden like I'm
Just
gonna
wham.
TBI this thing. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You certainly aren't flicking it open. That's for sure.
No. Nearly
It flicks
threw
to
it.
about 2/3 of the way.
Nearly threw it the last time I tried.
No, you're buying this thing because it is that weird engineering with the pivot in the middle
Yeah.
that's flexing around.
For sure.
Yeah.
This is
It's decently comfortable on hand too.
yeah. It's not a terribly large knife, like even completely closed. It's pretty compact.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying there?
I was going to also mention just the action when you were talking about the action compared to the first one. The first one did have that initial break, but once you did, you could actually like engage that knife to have a decent amount of action.
Yeah.
Compared to this
You
knife,
can actually
which
pop
is
it open.
very Chris Reeve hydraulic-y action going on this thing, right?
Yeah. And if you look at the thickness of these, the middle section here, it's not like the Pits one where it's got this skinny little bar. You're moving a large amount of titanium there.
Isn't there some countries where your knife needs to be two-hand opening?
Yes.
And so the fact that you can't flick this open kind of puts you into that position of you're going to use both hands to do it.
I would say very certainly intentional, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what other like Italian manufacturers or German knife makers. I don't know who else is using M398 in a two-handed slow opening knife like this, non-locking knife under 3 inches like this. But yeah, on that note, I think it does conform to those laws. I can't imagine that anyone's going to have a real problem with this knife being a weapon.
Yeah.
Just more like
and sub 3 for the overall blade, and only a hint over 2.5 for the edge itself. So I mean,
yeah, pretty legal in most places, I would think.
Yeah, leaning towards that more conservative side, right? So
yeah, the blade itself doesn't look too intimidating. A lot of classic blade shapes can lend themselves towards looking a little bit more stabby.
Well, I mean, some might say they wrecked it because, I mean, yeah, if you look at the original Pits and you look at a Sleech Bowie and then you look at a Foundry and then you look at, I mean, sorry, straight spine stretch. I mean, they're not all the same, but they're all not the same.
They're all Bresons.
Something or other for sure.
No.
Oh, there's the close-up photo I was looking for.
Maybe a
yeah. You can see it in a partway open position there.
I'm just gonna make this comment now. Jacob said do the Slippy first so we can leave after, but then asked about Magnamax. So I'm going to say we'll talk about Magnamax after we do both.
That's a dick move.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if Magnamax is featured on one of these knives, I might have something to say about it. But
That's it. I got to get
well.
through what I came here to talk about.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. Have
we talked about it in pocket yet?
No.
No, briefly about the clip
and
it not being ugly.
I gotta say, in pocket might be my favorite thing about this knife. The in and out of pocket's very nice.
Oh, I see. I don't know if I actually went hard into trying it out. In
but
pocket.
Just it's a decent spring pressure clip, but with that smooth titanium underneath. Slides right in, has nice retention, slides right back out when you need it.
I see.
Genuinely might be my favorite thing about this knife is how it sits in the pocket. So I
Not
can't
as much
see it.
hump and a little more slip, you know?
Yeah.
Glad it makes up for it in some areas.
You know, you got to tuck it away so you can't see it anymore, and then it's fine.
Listen, reset your timer first, and
touche. That's 6:58. I'll take it.
Yeah. Yep.
When I last more than a minute, I'm happy, Joe.
You can't get more than 30 seconds.
That was only 6 seconds, though. I'll be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, these things come with some little plastic tabbies to protect them. Sorry, I was just distracted by these little marks here on the inside of that bar. I don't think those are actually cutouts. I think those are just reflections of some kind. It wouldn't make sense to have cutouts of that orientation on. Then you're just creating a hot spot. Anyway, yeah, it's weird. Centering was good, which is good. I've seen a few people talk about it online where the blade isn't centered, and they do have a groove running through the middle of their backspacer. So that really highlights when things fall out of whack. Given that there shouldn't be any tension or pressure on the blade going in either direction, so as long as the blade is machined flat, you should be able to make this knife completely centered. You know, I wouldn't let that be a deal breaker. You get one out of box and it's a little off, you should be able to adjust it.
Just shove those springs around from the outside, it'll be fine.
Oh yes, just really lean into it. Use something else to give you leverage, it'll be fine.
So what you need to do here, Joe, is you need to make the same mechanism, but make it springier. And then make like a tab on the side so you can spring it back as far as loading it up and spring it back and then it'll go shunk.
There you go. There you go.
So kind of like a backlock, you say.
What you need is
No.
A brass punch and a medium small hammer.
Okay.
And you lay it down where you're holding the frame, but the middle where the pivots are is free. And then you just give it an old wackadoodle and blade straight.
Bob's your uncle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Uncle Bob?
Well, you want to make sure you use a brass punch just so you don't scratch anything, you know?
I always thought that was Uncle Sam, but you know.
It's Uncle Buck.
You know, I've only been able to finish that joke to like one person before. When I say, Bob's your uncle. It's like, Bob's your uncle, what does that mean? It means you're adopted. I've only been able to do that like once.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Anyway, pocket knives.
So PITS 2.
PITS 2. This is definitely a new iteration on an old idea. It's cool.
Wrecked it.
It's a neat idea from a technical standpoint.
Yes.
I mean, they already did a blue PITS and re-released it, so they couldn't actually do another PITS because then they'd just be flogging a dead horse. So
that would be the PITS.
Different.
Well, yeah. I don't know. It would have been. way more expensive to see them do like an integral version of the Pits one. But yeah, see, that got Paul's attention too. Closest thing I can think of offhand is the model that the Offbeat from CRKT is based off of, with a flexible spring bar that got pinned into the backstop. I want to say the custom versions of those are actually milled out, but they're all lockbacks. I haven't seen one that's like that and a slip joint. So hey, Spyderco for Pits 3 in like, I don't know, 6-7 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one,
Jacob just unsubscribed. We've got a new Fisk on our hands.
Yeah. Orange cat energy for sure.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair. That's what we
I
deserve.
would ask what I would do to get him to subscribe again, but I'm going to play the game on this one.
Get one of those cat tubes. He'll be back.
Oh, I thought it was just a laser pointer.
Well, I mean,
that too.
Oh, I don't have that nearby. Say love you.
Yeah.
I can UV you.
So how did you guys?
It's not the same. Yeah.
How did you find the ergos on this thing?
It was all right. I mean, nothing to write home about. Weird little steppy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It had native energy.
It's a little square.
It is. It is.
It's like if they made a fluted titanium native and then not locking. Wait, no.
I wouldn't even call it. I wouldn't even call it that comfortable. Maybe
I prefer that.
Maybe I'm a little. Well, I was gonna say maybe I'm a little spoiled, but the contour is on the native specifically, or the Chaparral, or any other Spydercos in that same sort of line. Like, there's a certain level of comfort I expect there, even on the more basic versions.
The Chaparrals, aren't they just flat slabs?
I'm not even thinking about the contouring there. Sorry, I was more talking about the like
that family.
This curvature specifically along the forward section of the profile. Because it has this weird little series of sweepy sort of movements to it. It is not distinctly uncomfortable, but it's not ideal for me. I don't know. It fit my hand kind of weird.
Well, and then they were like, but people like the stovepipe, so fuck them.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
I feel like we know somebody you've just called out.
Yeah.
Oh, multiple, I think, on that one.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's fucking hilarious.
I definitely took it in hand and gave it a good hard squeeze, and it was okay. But
by the time you give it a good hard squeeze enough that your handles or the hand's gonna hurt from ergos, the lock breaks. It's as far as how hard you're gonna squeeze it and put your thumb on it and whatever type of thing, right? So, I mean, maybe that went hand in hand with no ouchies, because the lock will give out if you press that hard and not actually have something to,
yeah, and
the way of the cutting bath.
I definitely didn't do it with my thumb up the back by any stretch. I just kind of, and it was okay. I actually didn't break the lock.
Yeah.
But
you should stretch before you put the thumb up the back.
Well, I think this will be comfortable for people with medium-sized hands. A lot of Spydercos, I'll say, these will fit most people's hands. I think medium and smaller, probably if you're looking for a very comfortable grip. Maybe look at the UKPK or something like that if you got bigger hands. Although, again, for now, this is the only option with M398, I believe. A really nice cutting performance is to be expected with this, like S90V levels of edge retention. I don't really have a lot to complain about with execution for these guys.
Don't they have like 4 models with, 3 models with?
Oh, sorry, there is one other. It's the one that you really like, the Rody XL is the other one with the M398.
Well, and then the NAND has M398.
And so is the Nano.
With a typical slip joint sort of fashion, though? Or because like the NAND has that extended tang kind of...
Touche.
Yeah. He's just
I thought you were talking about
non-locking specifically, yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. I haven't heard of any legal issues with friction folders. It's not come up in any of the places I've sent mine, for instance. But yeah, this leaves no room for question on it. It's a super stiff action. Yeah, very safe buying option, I think, if the dimensions meet your local requirements.
Yeah, and I will
Absolutely.
say for a 2 sub 3 inch knife, it definitely holds it down.
Yeah,
Like it's definitely a step up in ergos and even like cutting path and whatever compared to a Techno or
yeah,
Techno 2 might be similar to a Techno 3, but I think it even has a Techno 3 beat a little bit, right? So
yeah. Wasn't yeah. I think I agree with that.
so it is just another step up in that as far as like slightly beefier, but not concerned about getting harassed about it, right? So
Yeah.
short of going somewhere that they just don't allow knives. So don't
Yeah.
go to your courthouse, that's a
Don't
bad
go
idea.
there.
I mean, unless you've got a court date and then go, but just note with knives.
Yeah.
Nah.
Note with knives.
Flee the country. It's fine.
It's okay.
Cut
I
all
hear that's good
ties.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Become a new person. Become a gray man.
And buy a Benchmade. Is that the next step of the?
Obviously. Buy a bug out. There's 1,000 of them.
I was gonna say you have to wait until the flavor of the season goes gray, which it has before. It will again.
What was that knife that they did a whole bunch of marketing for? The Gray Man stuff. Was it the bug out, or was there something else? There's.
No, I think there was something else. Maybe Rangers. Maybe.
Oh,
I don't know.
maybe.
But that's a silly marketing strategy.
I gotta look
Big
it up
gray,
now.
big gray man something. I can't remember.
Be
What it was.
nondescript.
Anyway, Spyderco, you say?
Yes.
I am interested in the M398. There's a really good chance I'm going to end up buying a Rody XL.
Over
Because I
this.
need over all the M398 options.
Yeah, that's fair.
And mainly, at least partially, price point is the reason. Because the Rody XL is
So
a great price point.
this is also not a cheap knife. Yeah. And I mean, I get it. A handle like this isn't going to be easy to make, and I'm sure they had to do some funky engineering to the pivot to make it work the way it does. Did you say the price earlier, Dennis? I don't remember.
I did not. It is $359.99 polar bear dollars on cuttingedgecutleryco.com.
There you go.
I
Many dollars.
I feel like I've been saying this a lot. I don't think you're getting your face ripped off on this one, but it definitely does trend more on the expensive side. Oh,
Yep.
oh, there's my dog. Hello.
Hello, dog.
I mean, is he gonna rip your face off on this one?
Oh, maybe.
Get him.
Ah!
Just cuddled to death.
Oh, he didn't like that I freaked out. I get it. Came over and started licking my arm.
You wanted to make sure no one was ripping your face off through
Yeah.
the screen.
It's like,
There's
that's my job. Yeah. I'm not too upset about the lack of jimping on this thing. I'm just looking for other things to really bitch about. I think once again another decent purchase from Spyderco. I still think I like the PITS one design a little bit more. Chalk that up to personal preference. I don't know.
I think the biggest takeaway on this one is ergos, yes. Action, no. Negative 100 for the action. You have to know going into this thing. There is a 0 action. There is a 100% cool. There is a 0 action.
Yeah.
100 cool because of the shifty pivot. That shifty pivot.
How do you know that name?
It's
Of all the how do you know that name names, I think Shifty Pivot is probably one of the better ones.
gotta be
Right?
someone's new nice forum name.
Hell yeah.
If it's not already, like it's yeah. So, yeah, that's for me. That's my takeaway. It's my takens.
I suppose we could move on to the other Italian.
Do you have scores? Do you have any scores?
I am figuring my score out as we speak.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
You could say my score is fairly flexible.
Hmm,
Yeah, come
you
on.
could.
I know it's a little bit of a weak pun, but come on. Uh,
Come on, give me something, man. Paul? Paul?
I'm gonna give it a 3.000166805567713 out of 5. Because that's how many pits you can buy. That's how many Roadie XLs you can buy for the cost of a pits.
Oh, how much?
3.001.
Okay. 001. Okay.
0001. Excuse me.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah, basically 3. I can buy 3 pits or 3
well,
roadies.
I will see your 3 and raise you a 3.14159265359. Because it's not the pie in the sky, but damn it, it's the pie we have right now.
He is craving pie.
Wow, it's the pie in the sky, too.
I don't know if Paul's actually aware that the name Pitts stands for Pie in the Sky.
Does it actually?
Yeah, it does.
That's fucking terrible. I give it a -3.
Which, when you were spouting the 3 something something, I'm like, are you quoting pie? Did you know this whole time that the Pitts stands for Pie in the Sky?
Nope. I'm upset about that.
Oh, does that change your entire look on this knife now?
I take all the points back.
That was
It gets
actually the
none.
designer's like knife forum name or some garbage. Was Pie in the Sky.
Well,
And that's what he used.
he
to name his
chose. I don't know the guy, and I'm sure he's a swell fella, but he picks stupid names. And his
Mike
name,
Reed? Mike Reed.
well, his names are the Pits.
Boo.
Well, I was going to grade this 1 sandhill crane because obviously after you have ribeye in the sky, you need some pie in the sky.
Indeed, a little ribeye of the sky.
Yeah, a little ribeye in the sky.
Sky ribeye. You might say.
Hey, Paul, did you know that the original...
Has a little Skyfall going on.
Did I know?
That the original Pits had a wire clip?
Oh, really?
It was so much better, man.
Dude.
And then they made it blue and kind of
Not
wrecked it. And
only-
then they made another one and wrecked it more.
Was it a deep carry?
Yep. It's actually
Can I take more
pretty
points
nice
back?
knife. It's actually a pretty goddamn nice knife.
I've already taken away twice as many points as I gave it. Can I take more?
Maybe.
I'm gonna take twice as many more.
Is it still at a 5?
Yeah, but it's like a -9 now.
All right, I'm gonna clean these up. I'm gonna start talking
-12
about the other one.
The other one.
We got all our scores, right? Dennis just said his.
Yeah, ribeye of the sky.
Yeah, little sandhill crane. 1 sandhill crane is what I ranked it.
That's all you need.
Yes.
Wow. Little steak and pie. What kind of pie though? Comments in the comments.
There's only
the after comments. What's that?
There's only one correct answer.
Key lime?
No. Goddamn. It's blueberry or nothing.
What?
That would have been okay for the blue Pits one, but we don't have that knife anymore, Paul. It's
Blueberries
gone.
are delicious.
That's like so far down on the pie list. And don't get me wrong,
how dare
still eat the shit out of a blueberry pie.
Key lime is better than blueberry pie? Never in a million years.
Yeah, it is. A good key lime pie. You just
that's
don't
know. That's a bit of an oxymoron, Dennis. Just gonna
I don't think it's in Canada.
Key lime pie. I can't say that I've ever had a good piece of key lime pie relative to other pies.
Okay, I've had a good key lime pie, but In the U.S., I recently learned
I don't need to
that-
prove my choices to you.
That's fair. I'm just saying that next time you get a good key lime pie, save me a slice.
All right. Anyway, Paul.
in the U.S. at Taco Bell, I hope that it's not in Canada, but in the U.S. at Taco Bell, you can get Baja Blast pie.
Oh, that sounds like the horrible cancer.
Yeah, like tumors. It looks like a key lime pie, but it's the color of toothpaste.
Oh my god.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wow. Okay. Um, that's a fever dream I wish to never visit. Thank you.
Yes. I kind of want to try it though.
For the record, strawberry rhubarb is an easy win.
If you're gonna put strawberries and rhubarb in a pie, you might as well just keep adding fruit until you get a bumbleberry pie.
Exactly what I was gonna say.
Berry's okay, but rhubarb.
Blackberry,
I really
Saskatoon.
want to taste that rhubarb though.
Who's eating pie for the rhubarb? Who
Dude.
are you?
Like,
Dude, why? Yeah, obviously.
you wanna
Fucking love rhubarb
swallow
pie.
a chunk of rhubarb like a small sword on your own time. That's fine, but
Just
Man,
don't eat the leaves.
We have some.
yeah, just don't do it leaf first.
Oh no, no, okay.
No,
that has to be the handle.
That shit'll kill you.
No, I know.
All right, specs you say. Essenzas you say.
Yeah, we're done arguing about pies.
Fox collabs, you know.
Oh.
So, well, bam. Overall, 7.25. Blade length 7.2. Edge length 3. Wow, 7.2. Wow. How about 3.2?
It's like,
That's a big blade.
I need to go buy it.
It's one of the BFKs.
Good lord. I'm just gonna put things in sevens now. Everything is 7 inches long, 7-inch blade, 7-inch handle, 7 inches overall. Don't
Wait,
ask me how that works.
What? Does the blade just come out of the handle this way?
Exactly.
And it actually folds like an accordion.
Yeah, for sure.
What
that would be the
fuck?
coolest of all times.
It's knife origami. I don't know why I said it that way.
Origami.
Origami.
It's Italian origami.
Yeah.
3.3 ounces of the 9. Wow, I can't say anything. 3.3 ounces of N690 cobalt. Aluminum's handle with the line lock, made in Italy. Some might say in the same factory that the PITS 2 folder was made in.
Some might say.
Pataps even.
I mean,
the Fox. Is that someone, Joe? Did Joe say it? I think Joe said it.
I don't know. You might have to go back and watch this whole episode over again just to find out. I think we lost viewers on that comment.
They're like, we're not gonna do that. Tell us the answer, or we'll never care anyways.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, what is this knife based off of? Because this is a spiderification of an existing design, right?
Called the Senza? I don't know. What is it called? I don't even know.
I forget. We're so on the ball. We're so on the ball.
Lingerie store, La Senza.
We're fucking back.
Oh, I thought they were just trying to get as close to Sabenza without getting sued. They just took out an E and a B.
They took the name from the Sabenza. They took the design from a CEO and a doctor's knife.
It's the CHNOPS.
What?
That is what it is based off of. A design by Ricardo Gabato, also known as Raven Knives Design. So Schnapps is its own thing. It's a phonetic acronym representing the 6 primary chemical elements that make up living organisms on Earth. Okay.
What?
So it's based on a doctor's knife then?
No. Yes. Yes. Here it is.
You're just gonna keep your chin ups. So
I'll keep you healthy.
Chin ups. So yeah, odd name for a knife.
Dumb. It's
But,
dumb. I review this knife for dumb for the rest of the.
So
And we're gonna lose Jacob already.
it's okay. It's okay. Here, let me say something spicy. I think for once I prefer. I'd flip flop on this, but when I initially saw this, I thought for sure like, okay, no, this straight lined Quaken looking thing, I'm gonna much prefer that to the Spyderco, where all they did was add the big ass hole and get rid of the. I think it was a front flipper.
Yep.
That this thing used to have. I don't like the way they organize their website. I really don't. Just saying that, yeah.
I gotta say, I like the way that one looks.
Yeah. But the action on opening the Spyderco is so goddamn good that I can actually forgive the sin that is the profile of this knife.
Sin.
Dude, this thing sucks in profile, like just visually. Okay, straight handle. You have this globular thing hanging off the side, right?
I'm gonna tell.
I don't.
My 4-year-old nephew to draw a gun, and upside down in this image is what he.
That's about right.
Yeah, the hole in the back is where the bullets go. That's
Yep.
the silver pivot for the record.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was picturing it being fired the other way, like a rocket launcher.
No.
Put the whole arm through the hole.
You have to do high-pitched pew-pew noises.
Do they have to be high-pitched?
Of course. You're going to do low-pitched pew-pew noises?
Blap, blap.
That's
Blap, blap,
not
blap.
a pew-pew.
It's not even close to a pew-pew.
No. Get blapped.
Only if your nephew draws a gun like this.
Well, he might.
Exactly. And he also might draw a tank like this, too. He also might draw a garbage truck like this. It's what I'm saying is a 4-year-old drew your knife.
Well, it's
the lines are way too straight. Come on now.
It's not. He used a ruler. I'm sorry. His dad helped him with a ruler.
Name one 4-year-old that's ever used a ruler.
Joe, you drew this knife for your 4-year-old son, didn't you?
I didn't draw this knife when I was 4.
Yeah, that's the only explanation is that you drew it as a child.
I'm pretty okay with stick handles.
It's pretty sticky.
It's pretty sticky. I've been known to buy a stick handle knife a time or 2, or 3, or 4. You know, I like that shit.
You know who doesn't do stick-handled knives though?
Spyderco.
Spyderco.
Yeah.
You know why? Because it doesn't work. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Yakuchi, not straight smock. Kind of straight, but not really. Almost didn't work.
Yeah.
Decently straight.
Yeah, it's all right.
Almost didn't work. That knife is so close to the edge of ergos don't work on that thing.
Oh, this thing feels delightful.
Okay, so I'm not even talking so much about the ergos on the Asenza though, because it's actually also very comfortable in the hand, which it also pisses me off. I'm like, I'm not going to say so little thought went into this knife design, but like it's a straight handle. So little thought went into the ergonomics specifically of this knife.
Oh, I genuinely think they took a doctor's knife inspiration and went, what if we just put a nice blade in it?
Yeah, nice modern materials. Great. And that worked out great for the schnapps.
I didn't mention stock thickness on this. I mean, rounded spines and all of that good times is fine, but 3.4 mils thick, eh?
Yeah, it's substantial.
Thicker than the pits.
Despite
thicker than a Snickers.
Despite what this particular photo makes it look like, this is not one of Spyderco's typical, like, excellent deep hollow grinds. This thing is a fucking saber grind, guys. Is it
not hollow?
No, dude. You handled the thing. Anyway,
no, I know, but it looks hollow as fuck right there.
No, I know, but it's saber ground. It's like what Dennis and I often pitch back and forth about the HG. Like
grind is flat.
Yeah. Like look, this thing is thick.
Yeah, it looks flat there.
And 690 cobalt. So you're looking at basically VG10. Which, fine.
Because I
How
made a
thick is the
CEO.
fox
It's
knife?
big, it's thick, it's square,
Yeah.
it's
It's wedgy.
not going to slice very well.
How
And
how
Better action than it has any right to. They literally
yeah,
made a CEO. Like, it's,
but I shouldn't prefer the Spyderco version. It looks horrendous. And yet I
is the
don't
fox version just as thick?
I think so. Uh
Okay.
blade thickness 3 mil, so slightly thinner.
Okay.
and the only thing, and Joe dabbled on it, but goddamn the action. Spidey flick this thing like once and be
The,
like, bam. And you're
the
like, oh,
flick is
goddamn it,
great.
that thing's nice. And then you're like, no, it's not.
Like
But then you
the
Spidey flick it. And the thumb flick is not that it's meant to be Spidey flicked. You
yeah.
need to Spidey flick this knife to appreciate it. The thumb snappy is okay.
It'll open.
Yeah.
And it pops. It pops
Yeah.
okay.
But that flick, it'll shave some
Yeah.
fingernail.
And maybe
Yeah.
it's because of liner locks on their stuff too, and because this thing is so slim and like a quick pivot for the blade compared to something like a liner lock, like a tenacious or a resilience with a liner
Yeah.
lock, where they don't feel like they have the same like spidey flicky action going on, right?
Too wide to be flicky.
Too much roll, right? Whereas this thing has got that pop type of thing because it's a
Yeah.
nice small little blade, right? Yeah. That's not a pew pew, not to be confused.
I am
Pew
not
pew.
confused.
And because it
That
pops
octave
out
up
so
there, Paul.
much, and because the detent is so crisp, like it has no right to be this nice.
It really has no right to be that nice. It's true.
What does it have the right to be?
A tool for grinding up your Adderall at work.
Oh.
I
Okay,
wouldn't.
we're gonna have a conversation, I think, this week at work. It's
I didn't say my work. I
Well,
said at your work.
So he's grinding up other people's
So-
pills.
surprise, asshole.
For the
We
record,
work in the
if
same place.
if I ground up and snorted Adderall at work, I'd be your best goddamn employee, even more so than I already am.
Yeah, but they
If you're
did
grinding up
have
my Adderall
you'd
without
have
telling me.
powdered. You'd have powdered Adderall on the inside of your pocket clip screw, and in between
Yeah.
your pocket clip and backspacer.
That's a bump for later, Joe.
I was just gonna say that's
Oh.
a treat
That's
tonight.
it's a secret
Yeah.
tool. That will help us.
I'm gonna rub that on my gums in an hour.
By that you mean the knife.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, that sounds like our workplace. All right.
Wow. All right. I'm gonna have a conversation with you this week.
Oh.
Where's the Adderall, Joe? Why don't you share the Adderall?
First, he won't bring Jimmy's. Now you won't.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're
Oh.
holding out.
Oh, before I forget, here's one actual bitch point on this knife. They got rid of the front flipper. I didn't
Yeah, they
think
should have
I'd
done that.
care, except for the fact that the front flipper was so minimal to start with. It's like, why'd you get rid of it? It wasn't hurting anyone. It was no, you still could have used it. All that tang just needed to be a little bit more forward, and it would have been fine. Would have been fine.
You like a forward tank.
Yeah. Well, when I
Is
could
it
get
like
it.
a grim Fandango? Excuse me.
That's a great and terrible game.
Yeah. Correct.
It's-
Pretty grim.
So is this Spyderco's like evil plot to be like, we're not making a CEO, we're just letting Fox make a CEO,
In our
and
name.
then we
Well-
collabed with them. Like,
You think they'd try to cash in a little bit harder if that was the goal, because the price on this thing is not offensive in the slightest.
well, the N690 is definitely helping their cause a little bit on that to keep the price point down, right? I didn't mention it before, but $215 polar bear dollars on cuttingedgecutleryco.com.
Remember when that wasn't the case though?
And then N690 tended to be the easy way for them to jack up prices. Yeah. I remember.
I remember.
Well, and I mean, being how small this guy is and how simple the design is, and even the $200 price point, I probably would have complained back then about it too. But I mean, 2025 makes $200 not seem so bad anymore.
No, that's fair.
Like
Yeah.
the $200 doesn't get you nearly as much as it used to.
Absolutely true. Unfortunately, absolutely true.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, complaint wise, this knife's ugly as sin, man. Like holy
Yeah.
cow.
Like it
That's
actually
why I like the Fox version more and the M390.
visually, I agree 100%. That orange backspacer,
Yeah, that can go to hell.
yeah.
Who even likes orange?
I was
Oh, there's a
gonna say
green.
I like it pop. I like the pop.
There's a green and black
And
version for those of us that you know.
Hey, you can get it all orange.
I'm sorry.
yeah.
What the fuck is B cut?
What'd you call me?
Blade steel B cut.
Oh, wait, I know this. Real Steel did it in one of their fixed blades as well. I know this. Is it
I know this
K110?
one.
Something like that?
Uh
I don't know, but it's a 56 to
You know,
58.
Real
Dude.
Steel did some fixed blades that had like flip points and orange handles and black handles, and
I already had it favorited from probably the last time we like, what the fuck is this? And then never thought about it again.
I'm pretty sure we were looking in a Real Steel catalog.
Did we? Can we
Staying
talk about the 56 to 58?
Maybe that's where V-cut needs to be. Maybe it's got 97% carbide.
stainless
Probably
steel
not though.
B Star proprietary patented alloy. Most noteworthy part is the presence of 0.8% niobium, which brings several positive effects into the mix. No information otherwise. 14.5% chromium and 0.72% carbon. This thing's kind of nuts looking. Huh. Okay.
Is it just the G10 or is it just the green one?
I'm just seeing it on the green one here, 5658. These ones are
What's-
Damasteel.
Oh yeah. Remember the Damasteel
Clicking
one?
on
They look-
another one. There's an M390. I guess the fancier handles get the M390 and then the B cut. I mean, none of these are N690. None of these are Spyderco, but B cut, that's weird. That's super weird. I might have to look into B Star and whatever the hell that company is.
Yeah.
Ben spells the word sharing weird.
Sharing? Who's sharing?
Yeah.
Ah,
Well, drug testing policy going into effect at the cutting edge. He
I
spells the
Wow.
word sharing wrong.
I read drug sharing policy. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That second word's, I don't know. He has to check his spell check on that one, but yeah.
It's weird.
Good
Yeah.
times. Good
Yeah.
times.
So I feel the same way about this pocket clip that I do the last one. Oddly enough.
Super nice. Yeah.
Yeah, nice and smooth.
Here's another weird thing. Because the opening hole is where it is, it sits way forward in your pocket than you would normally expect it to, unless you're okay with it sitting at a bit of an angle. You know, it kind of being kicked off the side of your pocket. Not a deal breaker, especially not with that corner rounding, but still, was a little bit odd putting in the pocket.
I could see that. It's always weird when your knife sits at an angle like that. It weirds me out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rustles my jimmies.
Fairly rustled at this moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Decided to play with the Laredo instead.
Nice.
All right.
I will say this though, the action is my favorite thing about this knife, which beats out
The
how good it's
Laredo?
in your pocket.
The action on the Laredo?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's just look at it.
It's look at it. It wants to get you.
Someone's gonna get got.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch a Laredo to the forehead.
Don't do that.
Yeah. You only do it once.
I mean, it's better than not catching it, I guess.
Is it?
Then
No.
it's just like flapping against your forehead.
Just helicoptering around above me.
It just
Dude,
won't come
yeah,
down.
tied up to one of your ceiling fan blades and take a video for us.
No, I don't have a ceiling fan.
Oh, okay.
I have central air.
I gotta go talk to my neighbor.
Nah, we all got central air. It's fine.
Just walking around with a radio. You got a ceiling fan? No? All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, fine.
What were you gonna do if I said yes? Not your problem.
How about one of those just like rotating, oscillating? You got one of those? That'll do.
Just in the wind.
No.
I'm not sure why your Laredo flaps in the wind.
Well,
How powerful is this
it's a-
oscillating fan?
it's a Dyson, okay?
Had to bolt it to the floor.
Dyson doesn't have blades. That misses the whole spinning point.
Yeah, you'll see.
Conversation is going into the void.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So, scores?
The only pun that comes to mind is, oh, this will be an essential part of your Spyderco collection, but I can't.
It's pretty well rounded,
As
you have a picture of the rounded spine.
Yeah. Oh, here's a picture of it next to a Calsa because I had an opportunity to snap a photo.
Because we know people that have silly
Yeah.
knives.
Speaking of fucked up Spydercos with weird humps.
I mean, talk about, it's damn near handsome next to the Kelsa.
It's all in perspective, Yeah. That being said, I
mean, it just looks like the Calsa, it just got melted. It's like a before and after picture. This is what happens when you put your knife on the dashboard of your car in the summertime.
It grows lanyard holes.
It's a before. Yeah, well,
it'll do that.
Hey, you're wrecking my shit, dude. You're just wrecking my shit.
See, I was gonna make a recommendation to anybody who might be watching that is, less than great to look at. Just have uglier friends and it'll be fine.
All I was going to say is the sun is a deadly laser.
Is it going to give you
it's gonna
ugly cancer?
It's going to give you lanyard holes. What I'm saying is lanyard holes are cancer, and this knife has cancer.
I see. That knife has gone droopy.
The worst part is I actually like the handle of the Calsa a lot. It's just when you pair it with that blade, man, it's so hideous.
Yeah. Drew dude, what is up? What you carrying?
It's not like I don't like ugly Spydercos, don't get me wrong, but
but there's better things to look at in the world, like a beautiful Laredo.
Can you imagine if the Zulu had the thumb hump that these two have? This would then become the ugliest, I think.
Well, I mean, it's a close third.
Yeah, it's not. There's got to be something less ugly than those, but uglier than this. We're just not thinking of it.
You think?
The Phoenix?
How dare? No, the Phoenix is better looking than all three of those.
It's like, nah, I can't even pretend to be insulted by that. I like the Phoenix.
Dude is carrying a McNeese Mac 2
Oh,
swerve
cool.
pattern.
That's a sweet knife, dude.
It's pretty nice knife. It's true.
Indeed.
It's true. So Magnamax, 6 exclamation points.
Yeah, I suppose,
So what do you know about it? Because I don't know much.
It's a steal. Good night, folks. Yeah.
Or is it?
So the max in Magnamax is referring to the edge retention. This is a keyed up version of MagnaCut that is supposed to hold an edge significantly longer than MagnaCut. You do lose a little bit of toughness. I think you lose a little bit of stain resistance as well, but not a terribly large amount. I don't know exactly what it's going to compare to yet, but I do know that Spyderco's got some mule teams out there already. There's a couple YouTube channels who have been showing them off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Kind of an odd thing for sure, but very, very cool. On that note,
there's the Proto X stuff, right?
yes.
Yeah.
So with what's going on with Crucible, and we didn't really talk about this last stream, but we kind of said we might. Um, Long and short of it, Crucible's done. They don't exist anymore. But the intellectual property does. It was bought out by company Aerosteel. They're overseas. I think they're French or Swedish based, and they are doing the majority of their processes overseas. And they're going to be shipping their ingots to Niagara Specialty Metals to have their material rolled down. So we should still have a continuous supply of this stuff, but there's probably going to have to be some rebranding going on. Everything is up in the air right now. There are, as far as I know, as of 2 days ago when I last looked into it, Bob over at
Niagara.
Niagara, thank you. He hadn't said anything else to clarify yet, so I'm assuming it's just a legal mess right now, trying to figure out what they can and can't do, as well as making decisions about what's marketable as far as a name is concerned.
Can you
But
take this gross knife off my page?
yeah, I suppose.
About a better looking knife on, yeah, like either one. It's
What's the ugliest knife? I have a photo of on my computer.
more so the Carlson, but good lord, just put something. Like,
Oh, what's
Pits
silly?
One. Homage to Pits One while we're.
Yeah, okay. Here, let's look at the. Yeah, you know what? That's not a bad idea.
Anyway, sorry, I looked over it. I'm like, yeah,
It just
it's still there.
makes me sadder every time I look in that direction.
It's still looking at me, guys. It's staring at me
Those
over
big bug eyes.
there. Yeah. Like I wasn't even in the staring contest. It won't look away.
It refuses.
It's
Just a crackhead looking through the window while you're waiting at a red light.
yeah, straight up.
I know you can see me.
Yeah. We both heard us lock the door. Like it's
So I forgot the
I
Pits
wouldn't have
2.
locked if he hadn't reached for it.
It's a weird tie-in. I forgot the Pits 2 blue, or sorry, Pits 1 blue was N690 Cobalt.
I forgot that too.
Yeah.
What was the original one?
M390.
Okay.
We're getting redirected back to Magnamax. It's MagnaCut, but
Yeah, okay.
better edge retention.
That's
Sounds neat.
Yeah.
Do we have a range? Is it like S90? Is it going to be Rex 121?
I am gonna have to look back at the Patreon article that I had bookmarked for just this occasion. And my app refuses to launch, man. Fuck you, Patreon.
Apparently one of us was quoting Key and Peele.
Probably at one point.
That's probably true.
I'm like, it's probably just because we're all also jackasses, but yeah.
Well, you say that like we're supposed to not be jackasses.
No. Don't change.
Okay. I wasn't going to.
We know.
That wasn't in the cards.
So then, Magnamax. Did you get any sort of
No, my app refuses to load, so now I'm seeing if I can get one of my browsers to actually
He's
load
all
it.
loadless.
Listen to me, Paul. Stop that.
I guess I gotta reset. That's 4637.
Oh.
I made it a good long time this time. Edging my way through this conversation.
Yeah, I don't have anything here in my notes about specific quotes. I don't think he said specifically where it's supposed to land, but it is supposed to be in and around like S90V level, if I recall correctly. Like it is going to be up there in terms of edge retention. I just don't know what the exact trade-offs are for toughness and stain resistance. In the interview, and you guys can actually go see this on knifestillnerds.com. It was an interview on the 12th.
Did you call me?
Pardon me, the 12th of this month. With Bob from Niagara talking about the production, in part talking about the production of Magnamax. It seems like it is still something that they're trying to do. So the test melts are probably done. They might just be refining processes at this point because, again, there's test blades already out there. Yeah. given how unexpectedly tough MagnaCut was, and given that MagnaCut is the base for this new steel, I would still expect it to have pretty good at levels of edge, or levels of edge stability and overall toughness. If I were a betting man, it's probably going to be somewhere around the line of S35, S45 in terms of toughness, if they can get it to be that way. Just again, given the absurd amount of toughness that MagnaCut has for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But that would definitely be like a high guess. It's going to come down to the microstructure stuff well beyond my pay grade as far as understanding material processes. I'm pretty hyped up for it though. I'm very excited to see it. At this,
use that light on people.
Which
I'm
one?
just gonna microstructure.
Yeah. There's that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I guess that.
Magnamax. It's hype.
Yeah, it's maxed Magna.
Pretty much. Like, to be honest, I don't know where else he would go, because MagnaCut was unexpectedly able to be more or less rust-proof in salt water, following certain kinds of like some very specific clean room processing for sure. But like, where else do you expand to in the market other than that? It's like, oh yeah, this crazy tough steel we have that is like super stable and holds an edge like pretty good is also super stainless.
Yeah, the next thing to do is make a 3V that just holds a better edge, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
you've already made a 3V stainless. Now make a 3V hold a better edge.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, Infinite says your microstructure is insufficient and misaligned.
Hell yeah, brother. That's a mood.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just because he sharpened it wrong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You can totally fix your microstructure with a good
with
set
magnets.
Oh yeah, magnets. How do they work?
Well, we were asked in chat by Drew Dude if we hang out with any other knife YouTube channels, and I'm just gonna say it: we're not that cool.
It's a true story.
Yeah,
it's a true. We dabbled in that 4 or 5 years ago and were rejected as outcasts.
yeah. I guess we did. We did have. We did enter a Nick Shabazz new knife YouTuber. What's it called?
That's okay.
Some of the new reviewers to watch, and then no one did.
Yeah. It's okay. We're not 4 children. I don't know if I said that with enough vitriol in my voice, but
we're only 3 children, Joe.
Yeah, exactly.
Infinite is apparently also a knife YouTuber. I guess we do also know, Infinite, and Cody.
Yeah.
What's his channel now? I forget, and I'm a bad friend.
Oh, we do actually know a few.
He's on my. And I've been on. Well, okay, this is not really related to North American stuff, but Patty's Potato Peelers. I was on there when my stuff was being sent out to the UK. Shoot,
and Johnny Juke does a bunch of bushcrafty stuff and multi-tool stuff and whatever. And yeah, we know Johnny as well, type of. So some outskirty guys,
Canadians,
fixed and folding.
Fixed and folding. There you go.
Fixed and folded. Yeah, fixed and folded.
We've been around that long. That's cool. I think we started in 2017.
Something 2018.
Somewhere. Yeah. Something like that.
Just too goddamn long ago.
Anyway, now we just get together from time to time and just talk knife review, knife chat type of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So. It's definitely not algorithm friendly, but it's enough fun to not stop. So.
Absolutely.
Oldest video was from 6 years ago. Damn. Okay. Yeah.
Anything else on Magnamax?
Nah. I don't think so. I'm excited about that.
All right. I got a little sample Paul's going to like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll strap in.
Yeah. I don't actually know. I'm learning something today, too, because you're going to tell me what steel is in this knife, because I don't know yet, and that's apparently something.
What am I doing?
Boker Plus. It's a knife called the Sanjo, Sanjo.
Ah.
Goddamn Boker.
Goddamn Boker. Another Boker that I have to buy this year?
Oh yeah, this thing.
What's the other Boker you need to buy?
That little fixed-bladed Magna Cut neck knife.
Oh, not this guy in burlap.
That one too. I guess third.
Hey Paul,
You got me.
it's a front flipper.
Yeah. God damn you. What's
Ooh.
the steal?
What's a big boy? VG10.
Well,
Oh, okay. I care less now.
yeah, me too.
On their social media, they talk about where'd it go?
This is the only version of it currently.
It's a weird front flipper.
Apparently on Twitter and X, blah blah blah, the designer's going off about you'll get a nice intro story of the steel used for this knife.
Okay.
Is
So I
it
don't know
talking
why
about
he's-
the custom version?
No.
Okay.
Ben is saying our old videos were easier on the eyes. We were just hands on a screen.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah. Drew Dude is saying that our stream was recommended to him out of the blue, so that's exciting.
There's some algorithm for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate the drop by, man. We try to get together once a week ish and
Most Sundays.
chat about something in particular and then random stuff.
Yeah.
We are definitely here more Sundays than we're not.
Yeah.
I care less about this knife now.
Yeah, Dennis doesn't like non-powdered steels, really.
Front flippers and overbuilt and
Also, 5.2 ounce knives that have a 3.4 inch blade. It's a brick.
They do this style of knife better in different options.
and $140 US.
For VG10.
Like, jump on that train. I take it back. I'm sorry.
To be honest, if
This is all you.
if I was getting well, okay, that's not entirely true. They did come out with a couple dagger and smatch it looking bastards, all designed by the same guy, Chuck something.
Barry?
No, Chuck G. G something.
Chuck Gary?
No.
It's this guy right here. He designed this slip joint that I've got called the Coffin Magna Cut, blah, blah, blah.
That's a great name. It's my favorite. They should use that naming.
Dratus?
That sounds like a disease.
Gedraitis? Yes.
That's the one.
Yeah. I like his stuff. Yeah, he did the ice pick dagger too. Too small of a knife, but I like the design of it. But
So the other thing, Paul, is when I first saw this knife, they were like hinting that it was going to have some sort of fancy steel on it. The angle that they actually showed it at in hand made it look like a small fixed blade that you could potentially neck knife.
Oh,
so
all of those things sound great.
A small fixed blade that you could potentially neck knife, and with it being potentially a cool steel, I was like, hey, maybe I should talk about this on stream. And then it was severely disappointing.
Yeah, and ultimately, like that as a fixed blade without VG10, because I already have enough Bokers in VG10, and by that I mean at least one.
Well, and I thought they might. Yeah, that's enough. I thought they might be, dabbling with some Nitro V or some AEBL or some like.
I'd be into that.
I'm super curious as to what the story of the steel is supposed to refer to. Like
I don't know. The link is in their Instagram bio, so go
link is in description
for a while if you want.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't either. As soon as I found out it was BG10, I'm like, I don't even want to read the damn story. No.
Hey, you can buy a Street Beat though. Is that what that thing's called? The
Spyderco?
No, I'm thinking of a different thing.
Huh.
This stupid razor from
Street Fleet.
Is it that's what it called?
Fleet Street Razor.
There we go. I got there. I got there eventually. It was all me.
By that you mean thanks, Joe.
So for the record, this Atropo. It's cheaper. It's like $50 cheaper for more VG10 with a more complicated grind, a more complicated handle, same locking system.
Ah, but
Oh,
you see, Joe,
and
they just
titanium.
don't do a good job of it. You say more complicated, like they put more effort in.
Hey, just because you're right 2/3 of the time doesn't mean you're right 3/3 of the time. Most
It's
of the
not just
time.
all the time.
Exactly. Um, for the record, I want this knife still. It's a 4-inch blade on that stupid bastard. It's basically Boker's take on a line and lock counterpoint from Cold Steel, but whatever. I think it's neat.
Good times. Good times.
Sounds like something right up your alley.
Yeah.
Anything else stand off in there, gentlemen?
Mm,
I want to see what
Nar.
else is designed by this guy.
Chucky?
Oh well, no, Chuck.
Chucky G?
I like pretty much all Chuck's stuff, but this is Guy Poggetti, and he's in France. He's French. Okay.
Oh, you
Of course
just
he
went
is.
off the rails there. I see.
Is he a chef?
No, he's making Japanese knives.
Okay.
Okay, so he's done other work for Boker before, including the Bad Guy. I remember looking at this thing. Wait. No, never mind. It's not him. I was like, wait a second. I think I follow this guy on Instagram. I don't think I follow the French guy. This is interesting. I entered in the dude's name, and I am getting stuff that is not his work. So forget it. I thought there was stuff to talk about, but there's not. That's okay.
I see. Well, I got one more. And I mean, we're probably going to dabble on it eventually, but.
Sure.
Get to dabbling.
They made a new Bel Air.
Yes, they did. Yes, they
And they
did.
made a new
Yeah,
ZP.
they did.
Yes, they did.
And they made a new launch that we can't have in Canada.
They also did the thing.
Much to your
they
chagrin.
did.
Why won't Kai Kershaw's website load? This is very silly. Well, whatever.
Because that's not what knife companies do nowadays. I think they intentionally made all of their websites worse.
They must have. There, I'll just go to new. Okay. Yeah. As soon as I saw this, I thought of you, Dennis. I was like, oh, finally. A Bel Air for Dennis.
I hate it. I hate it.
Is the clip point not... It's not clippy enough for you?
It's gross and disgusting.
It's too clippy.
It shouldn't be called a Bel Air. It's not like... It's not. It's not a Bel Air.
No? You don't think it's
a weird knife now. It's just weird. They just
Really?
made a Bel Air weird.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you were going to like the style of clip on this knife, but I thought you would have liked the handles, the micarta.
No.
It's still
The
back.
clip is too long.
It's too sharp fingery.
Oh, man. I thought you guys were going to be all over this.
No, I'm out, sir. I'm out.
I like the micarta.
Damn.
Micarta's all right.
Yeah. I like the Magna Cuts, but I really like the original Bel Air. So you got to do better than that. Do it more goodlier.
I don't think this is the right clip for it, though.
No, I think you need to do the old school
it's okay.
Scoopy clips. The
Oh
old
yeah,
Scoopy Doos.
Yeah, definitely have more like a crescent curvature at the very least, like at least that much.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah,
No.
I wanted to not like it because I didn't know it was a Bel Air to begin with. I was like,
yeah, I remember this.
And then someone talked about the new Bel Air, and then I was like, "What, new Bel Air?" And then they showed me a picture, and I was like, "Oh, I've seen that knife. It's gross. I didn't realize it was a Bel Air."
That is very fucking
and
funny.
And that's the end of my story.
Well, all right.
The story is that I did not buy a new Bel Air. And if anything, maybe an old Bel Air. It's
Dennis is making his feelings known.
Color me very surprised. Here's a Launch 21 that actually looks like a pretty sick knife. Super salty. Can't get it.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool looking Kniffy.
It's
a better blade shape too.
Clip point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because this is the same thing as the launch 16. I forget what number it was, but like this is a new blade shape. The last one was a Tonto, I think, but the handle has been used before.
You're a Tonto.
That's been used before?
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Well, you know.
Slut.
It's pronounced sloot. Thank you.
Well, touche.
I'd say he's been used so much he's modified.
Oh, that took effort. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to think about it for a second or two
Yeah.
before that one.
Oh. That one hurt a little bit. Damn.
Needed stitches after that one.
Good shit.
Would you like some burn cream?
No, I kind of want this 0203 though. I kind of want it.
0203? Yeah. Did you know that it's as big as 308
Yeah, it's a big fucking knife.
or 300? Chikonks,
It's a
you know,
4 mil stock thickness too.
old
Like it's,
Tiger Chikonk back there. Yeah.
where is it? M4, it's 60, 62. Yeah, plenty tough. Come on, dude.
Hey, look at that. We got a new sub. Good for us.
Hey, look at us go.
Yeah.
I
Make
know
fun
it
of
took
Joe
was
and
one
we'll get
good
more
burn
subs.
against Joe.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all it takes. I'm in for it.
If that's, yeah.
M4, 62, 60 to 62. Was that what I read?
Yeah, 60 to 62.
A little
That's what
soft,
they did their
but
blur at. So
yeah.
Yeah, which is not god awful for M4, but I mean, Benchmade's pretty much proven that you can push it. You know, so I don't know.
In a ZT, I would kind of hoped they would have pushed it a little bit more.
Yeah, but
Even
This
a
knife-
62, 63 would have been cool.
it's gonna be their standard heat treat protocol. They're not gonna shift it up or change it around for
Yeah.
different models. But given that this knife is on washers, that was news to me. I saw a review on this or an unboxing or something a little while ago. Yeah, washers apparently for this guy. Yeah, slightly tougher M4 is probably not the worst thing in the world if they're leaning back into the like here's a knife you can kick the shit out of. Also, it's made super well.
It is 4 millimeters thick, M4 at a 62. Yeah, you're not going to break it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not going to matter as much on the American price point because, Kershaw Canada screws us up here. But what's the price point going to be on this thing?
296 is MSRP.
Much gold.
American.
Okay, that's not horrendous.
For G10 steel liners and M4, Paul's happy.
Cheaper than their latest offering with the S45, their button lock, right?
Yes.
Chuckling at our comment section.
Hmm.
He just heard that this knife weighs more than a Harsey Spartan.
Dude, I want one of those so bad now. Every time I handle one, it's like, shit, I should save up.
Also, we lost one subscriber tonight, being Jacob, and we gained a new one.
He came back with the stipulation that we wouldn't talk about cats. So,
I
see.
Can't talk about cats
I
and
missed
rubbing
that.
their
Oops.
furry little bellies.
I don't have my cat to quickly grab and throw in front of the camera, so I guess I won't.
I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
That's okay. It's probably for the best. It's probably for the best.
Being a smart ass, I think the cats was an unrelated topic. But anyway,
any chance to
I'm
annoy
just
the
throwing
animal.
Jacob under the bus now.
It's all good.
Get under there.
3D Machine G10. Do you guys recognize what that texture is from? Because it's reminiscent of something that ZT's done. And I can't kind of. No,
Looks like 308 a little
it's got
bit.
like those little sideways grooves. It's so hard to see in these photos.
You ever groove sideways?
Why are some of the worst knife photos I've ever seen on the company's pages? Like, what the fuck is going on?
That is the new 308. That's the same lineys as the 308 had.
Okay.
300s and the 301s and stuff were frag pattern.
Yeah, I remember that, and the
I'm
121 and all that.
pretty sure if you type in 0308 here, as I'm about to do, I'm kind of right, but kind of wrong. Had the liney patterns, but also done it in an arrow formation.
Interesting.
I'm getting my name and a bunch of ellipses in chat. I don't know what I've done. And I genuinely mean I forgot what I said
That's
2 minutes ago.
that,
So
that sounds.
Since it's a comment from Jacob, I might as well just show him my cute cat. So
There you go.
the giddy.
upside down.
Meow.
Excellent. Excellent.
Take that.
So yeah,
It
CT's
got-
making some cool looking stuff. How big of a blade is this? 4-inch. Yeah, Yeah, I'm happy that this thing exists.
What's stock thick?
It's 4 mils. It's
Yeah.
it's healthy. It's basically a folding hatchet at this point.
Yeah, boy, she thick.
Yeah. Dennis just
Thicker than a Snickers.
Maybe. Well, I was checking 0308's thickness.
Thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
What the hell is blade thick? There it is.
It is definitely a big boy.
4 mils. So same thing. Yeah. So it's as thick as the 308.
I'm seriously so excited that it's on washers though, as opposed to bearings.
A 308 in M4 is the right choice.
What's that? Sorry.
A 308 in M4 is the right choice.
308 and slightly soft M4. Yeah, beat the crap out of it.
I know this isn't the 308, but you know what I'm saying. This is like the successor
It's
to
a 203. You see, completely different from the other one with 3 numbers.
It's 4 numbers. It's probably a 0.
Yeah.
You can
0,
definitely tell
308.
that this is one of their in-house designs, even without that little logo on the bottom.
See, 0203.
Has any ZT model not had the 0?
No, I don't think so. Except for fixed plates, they have an extra one.
What?
They have 3 zeros in the fixed plates.
What?
The 0121?
Yeah.
Which one's that?
It's an old Strider.
Okay, I'm thinking about the most recent.
100.
The most recent fixed blades from them are all 000 and then 0004, 0006.
No, but it's the same number of digits for the overall name though. Like
Correct.
the 0121 versus the 0006.
Mm-hmm.
Same
it's
number.
All 4 digits.
Yeah. Same number of digits. Yeah, I don't know why they started doing that now. Kind of, but then
it's
not really.
Late to the show to just change your numbering format on that one. It's weird.
What do you mean?
ZT stuff, because their old fixed blades were all over the map for systems.
I got you.
170, the 121, the 100.
But all the recent ones have all been in house, right?
Yeah, but then they had way back in the day, and they had the boot knife was the 0006 or whatever it was, right? So yeah.
So I know that the other ZTs are named after like rifle cartridges and things like this. Is this named after the grenade launcher?
I hope so.
The 203
underbarrel grenade launcher.
I think so.
I'm gonna call it Big Mike for the M203.
203 cartridge just brings up a bunch of stuff for printers. Ammunition brings up. Oh, the 203. Yeah, okay. So there's a 223.
Yeah. Which they made. It was that stupid Bowie with the perforations for the breakaway blade.
Yeah.
That was their folding AK-7.
But
AK-47 bayonet.
The M203 is a grenade launcher. Under barrel. Yep.
Yeah.
Wild.
Gib.
What, the grenade launcher or the?
Yes.
We get some fun toys up here, but I don't think we can get. No. I don't think we can have those.
All right, gentlemen, that's all I got to roll out tonight.
Black oxide screws, black Cerakote pocket clip. I'm sorry, that just caught my attention. Right there at the end.
Get Cerakoted.
Wait, Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. Premium M4 blade, black PVD coating, but the pocket clip gets Cerakote, and then the hardware is black oxide?
Look,
What the fuck? Why
they
three
just
different things?
rummaged. They just rummaged through some drawers.
No, dude, they had to make that pivot and
Nah.
that hardware from scratch for this knife.
That pivot is from every other Kershaw that's on the market right now. What
It's
are you
made
talking
out of
about?
steel. It's not. And they had to use a bolt. Dude, this thing isn't like a... there's no Torx on this fucker. It's a...
Oh
there's
shit,
a
that's
nut.
a bolt. That's.
Yeah, it's a key
I didn't realize
bolt.
they went nuts on the back.
Dude, this is like the well, it's not like the hex bolts from the previous ones that we've seen, but like this is in the same idea.
Yeah, it's just kind of an homage too.
What the
Spanner
fuck?
wrench.
Oh, so many people are gonna be pissed off that they can't use a T10 or a T15 for the pivot.
There's the bolt. that
Yeah.
you're referring to.
Silly nonsense.
Dude, I've tied mine on my
Don't tell me.
so often.
You don't know.
I do. I have some feelings about Tigger.
What I've done to my 3M1.
No, I mean you didn't make it worse.
I made it better, dude.
Well,
What, you don't like orange
mean-
and black?
no, I like the color. I was more making fun of the knife.
How dare you, sir?
You don't like spring assisted? Come on.
Well, I don't.
You don't like Mr. Ken Onion
Of
Hawaii?
From Hawaii? Yeah, no.
No.
I mean, yeah, he's a great guy.
Like,
I mean, it depends on how you pronounce Hawaii. A second
Hawaii.
ago.
You know. Like I was born and raised there. What are you talking about?
In the Hawaiis.
Yeah.
Hawaii.
So I'm gonna thank Cutting Edge Cutlery Co. for bringing us some Spydercos, Asenzas and Pits too.
Yeah.
Pie in the sky. 2 pies in the sky.
Too
Pie-ish.
pie, too dangerous.
I mean, with the 2 versions of the Pits 1 and the Pits 2 that's out there, one might say you have 3 pies and therefore can juggle pies in the sky.
Pie juggling. I don't know about this fancy new world you're bringing me into, but I'm here for it. Is it going to
Okay.
be a blueberry, strawberry rhubarb, and a key lime?
You
Mm.
can't start there. What, you're gonna go to the Olympics the first time you try? Jesus
What are you gonna
Christ,
do?
man.
Juggle pecan pies?
Yeah, like
Oh,
start with
yeah.
cream.
Love
one gives a
pecan
shit
pie.
about coconut
It's
cream.
delicious. Pecan
pie's
pie used to
great.
be my favorite, and then I met blueberry, and
You can
You know what?
take a pumpkin pie.
I was just gonna say pumpkin pie, safe bet.
I don't wanna.
What?
No, I'm just telling you the low-ranking pies.
I don't like pumpkin pie.
Low-ranking pies, sir.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Take
the worst of the
it.
pies.
Yeah.
Have you seen
Oh.
pumpkin pie? It looks like somebody pooped in your pie dish.
And a coconut cream pie.
Oh, I can't believe I'm hearing this from you. Disgusting.
Yeah.
Friends off.
Dude,
Friends off,
I've-
both of you.
I've never eaten a pumpkin pie.
I should just kill the stream now.
And then we never came back. This is the end of the Pokey Factor.
This is
'cause
what
we don't
does
like
it.
pumpkin pie.
Yes.
Pie talk.
Oh god.
To be fair, it's just on principle.
Low-ranking pies don't exist.
I like your enthusiasm.
Look, I will say this: I prefer a good pie over a piece of cake 9 times out of 10. Is that controversial?
Pie over cake?
Yeah,
Ooh, you're gonna. I'm
like
trying.
I like a good cake, but
Okay.
Dude, I grew
Okay.
up in BC. I had birthday pies since I was 12 years old. Don't come at me
Yeah.
with this bullshit.
So I guess Dennis's answer is cake then.
That's right. Deep
He's
and
sick of
delicious chocolate cake. Yeah, fucking asshole.
deep and delicious chocolate cake.
Oh.
Oh, you used to be able to buy those from the local KFC when I was in high school.
That's a fucked up sentence. That's a
Uh,
super. Apropos to nothing. That is a super fucked up thing to say, Paul.
What? Deep and
Buying,
delicious
buying
chocolate cake?
cake anything from KFC. That's fucked up.
You can eat one in a lunch break.
That's
all I'm
almost as
saying.
bad as a pie from
You
fucking
want
Taco
a
Bell.
Lunch break.
Yeah, but you don't feel good at the end of it. I'll tell
I
you
was
that.
gonna say, like,
You have the
she didn't
diabetes.
feel good at the beginning of it either. You were just
No.
hiding those emotions deep
No,
down
why did you
inside.
think he was eating a whole fucking cake on the lunch break?
Because it was less than $5, I think, at the time.
Let's
And it
be
was
honest,
just.
there was some serious questioning your self-worth before this entire thing started.
I was not self-aware enough in high school to question myself. Come on.
Oh.
I was an NPC.
That was for future therapy to me to unravel.
Yeah. Then I discovered pie, and it's all been better since.
Never look back. Yeah.
See, Infinite knows.
Beef and delicious at KFC. It was a thing.
Yeah.
It was a thing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. One specific if I have a craving for it, there's no pie would be able to satisfy that. It'd be lemon poppy seed cake, specifically with vanilla icing. Don't know what it is. Normally, I'm not such a basic bitch about that shit, but specifically that, yeah.
Lemon poppy seed is god tier.
Yeah, it's hard to beat.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else in category that I like as much, but I think you're more often likely to catch me in the mood for pie than cake. Just generally speaking, though, pies, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I will occasionally. You can buy a half pie from our local grocery store.
It's true.
It's great.
It's true. How long until they close? Yeah, no.
You should thank some people other than, Mr. Pie.
Well, we're gonna thank the bots on Instagram. Thanks, beep boop, beep boop. Appreciate you.
Mainly because he brought you pie.
Well, and he has many fine watches for me to peruse.
You're welcome.
Peruse? Yeah.
Peruse?
Peruse. I got some perusal going on over here.
You keep your perusal to yourself.
I will.
We don't need to know that you're perused.
Well, now you do.
Thanks to past, present, future contributors on Patreon. Do appreciate it. Gave you bug outs. You're welcome.
Helps keeps the lights on. Thank you.
Probably not bug outs.
Yeah, things in the old knife world have changed.
Yeah.
They are changing.
We'll get them all raccoons.
The Bob Dylan times are a changing.
And I don't mean the Vosteed.
Just live raccoons.
We're just gonna wrangle raccoons into crates and ship them off.
I didn't know that you could send live animals through Canada Post, but it turns out that's absolutely a thing you can do.
Well, and now you know.
Well, if you're upfront about it.
Well,
when they're
obviously.
not on strike.
Oh no, I'm not.
They get really upset when you just put it as normal parcel.
Yeah, but that's because it started live, and it may not.
Oh, I was gonna say, is it what kind of
section now?
Is there just a moral quandary where, like, okay, but what does the postal worker do when they get a package that, like, oh, what are you shipping? It just says, like, dead cat. And then they hear a light scratching from the inside of the box, like.
So,
I was gonna say
it's all fun and games until some woman gets arrested for shipping puppies in the Canada Post mail, which is totally a thing that happened like 10 years ago, and that's why there's a section now.
Look, if I mail my dead cat,
because puppies died.
I was gonna say this hypothetical cat now is real dogs from 10 years ago.
They were just neglected.
Well, yeah, overall. That's one way
to
put it.
Mail my dead cat,
just neglected,
and it goes past a ancient burial site and comes back to life.
What?
What's this about the undead cats?
Pet cemetery.
Yeah. What? Why?
I'm just saying, if I mail my cat and it comes back to life because I went past an ancient burial site, now I got a live cat again.
Yeah.
Do you happen to know where an ancient burial site is?
We heard about one recently, Dennis.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't you remember?
No, I block those things out week to week.
Okay. I mean,
Bill Murray Groundhog Day just fucking blank slates it every Monday.
you don't even get to
Dude.
learn from it.
No. That's the trick. Is you don't. You see, just
Yeah, it's better. It's better if you don't. You learn as much bad as you do
look.
good.
It was this or alcohol. So, come on.
Wow. And I mean, this way, Bill Murray. So
Yeah. Well.
Indeed.
Is he? He's not problematic, is he?
no, he's cool. He's cool.
Good.
Yeah, I think that's everyone.
I think that everyone's been thanked.
Yeah.
Viewers, the guys who showed up this week and last week and maybe next week, depending on what's going on.
We'll see if they're still subscribed
Yeah.
or not.
Thanks for coming by and subscribing, Drew. Not sure what you were expecting, but I hope we lived up to some kind of expectation. Yeah. Shit gets weird sometimes after the reviews are done.
What do you mean after the reviews?
Shit gets weirder after the reviews are done.
Say, you guys had your weekly drop and you were talking about some bullshit. I don't know. I tuned out.
You're not wrong, but oh, wow. Hits just keep coming.
That's what these 2 hours is here for me.
Oh, yeah.
Just alone with my thoughts.
Yes. Eventually, you like speak up every once in a while. It's good.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Thanks for joining us. We will see you back here again next week, I believe.
We'll find out.
I think so. Yeah.
Good times. Good times.
Yeah.
Always fun. 7:15 Mountain Standard Time. Yeah. I think that wraps us about up, gentlemen. It was fun as always. We will see you again here next week. I am who I am. I'm Dennis Vipers.
I am the Iron Joe.
And I'm xl.ca.
And we'll see you next time.
Toodles.
Bye.
Blit.